like, come mommy, walk go home.
I think it's important for a child to have both parents. Learning to be a good role model, father role model, is one of my many goals. Sometimes it's hard when you don't have a father to look up to. One thing that guides me through my life is my mother. She showed me that no matter where you come from, you can always do anything you put your mind to. She also taught me never to give up on yourself, even if everyone else did. She set a good example for me by finishing school and going to college, even when no one else in our family did at that time. Now, I have my daughter, and I know how to love her because my mom loved me so much.
I've been with Espino for about a year and a half now, and I'm here to welcome everyone to Bienvenidos, and thank you for being here today for our event. I hope after today, everyone goes out there and tries to be a lot more involved in their communities.
Juanita, thank you for sharing your heart, your bravery. Thank you. So we're here today because how many of y'all know that there's going to be 3 more facilities built and staffed in prison facilities? Okay. So Sammy and I have been going to different community meetings, and for the most part, there's probably 2 people who are raising their hands, maybe 1. So I'm glad you're all informed. We're trying to educate more folks about this. So, you know, whatever you're learning now today, tell another person. You know, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your cousins, tell the little kids on the streets. You know, how many?
First, just thank you, Sammy, and thank you, Espino, for having me here. As Shannon was saying, my name is Zachary Norris. I'm the director of Books Not Bars. We are working to move resources away from youth incarceration and towards youth opportunities, basically, the educational, economic, etc. But, you know, a lot of that didn't really, to be honest, impact me as a young person growing up in Brooklyn. I went to school with my mom at a local Catholic school. She drove me to school, drove me back home. We went to a Catholic school as a high school student in Berkeley. I actually ended up getting to Harvard, which was random to me, but I ended up going, and it was a lot of culture shock and a lot of cold being on the East Coast. But it was actually coming back home and seeing my community for the first time from sort of an outside perspective that things started to come up for me, like the fact that a friend had gotten locked up for 18 months, or someone had gotten shot around the corner from my house who was a friend of my brother's. Stuff like the fact that my mom had moved from teaching in Catholic school to teaching in public school in Oakland, where she was finding that there weren't paper towels in the classroom. So this is a racial justice issue, this is a common sense issue, this is a family and people issue, and everybody here needs to be engaged because this is the civil rights struggle of our time. Thank you.
My name is Debbie Reyes of the California Prison Moratorium Project, and we're an advocacy group against prison expansion, juvenile detention expansion.
My name is Day.Espino Coation.San Joaquin. Thanks again everybody for coming out. I'm with Mary Lee Wright and Ellen in claiming that prisons are the new slavery. I agree that the evidence and the facts and statistics support of it'll paint that same picture.
It costs $11,000 to educate a student. It costs $80,000 to incarcerate a young man. It costs $130,000 to incarcerate a young woman. It's cheaper to go to Harvard than it is to educate, than it is to incarcerate somebody. I don't know about you, but I'd rather go to Harvard.
My name is Maria Mohammed, and thank you all for coming today. I'm a member of All of Us in None, and All of Us in None is an organization that's made up of formerly incarcerated people. You know, I've gone to prison and served my time. I'm still discriminated against. As soon as I fill out my application, there's the question, have you been arrested for a felony? And I check yes, I'm not going to get a job. You're going to throw my application away. You know, she's been in prison. So why send people to prison if you're going to, it's supposed to be a real thing, you know? But that's about all I have to say. And I really thank you for coming to this.
So, but then also, is it true, I just read recently the numbers that are incarcerated in the U.S. The numbers I read was 30 million. Is that right or accurate, or is that way off?
So there's over 2 million people incarcerated in the United States, 2.2 million, and 7 million under some kind of states.
We needed to make a statement. We needed to make a statement that you're bringing these institutions into our communities and we don't want them. We want schools. It's not, it has nothing to do with who's inside prisons, because we know why prisons are built, right? It's not by accident, it's by design. I know that in my community, I live in the Barrio in Fresno. About every other day I hear a helicopter out there, right? Or the cops or siren, they're running somebody down, some kids down, usually kids. And I always come out of my house and check it out, but you know, I mean, not everybody does that, right? And I check it out to see, make sure that what they're doing, if they're not violating their rights, right? And I'm the big mouth in the neighborhood. You leave my kids alone. What are they doing to you? And we all need to be a big mouth in our neighborhood. All right? We need to be our own police in our neighborhood. That's right. But getting back to the march and doing what you can do is that you can get involved in the campaigns here to stop the expansion.
That's part of the solution right there, something that's easy to do and then some. So I mean, if you want to be involved, I mean,
I would like to help.
definitely sign up.
Is this for?
Yes.
This means you help?
That means you get put on a listserv to be updated with updates, information, things of that nature, which would also be a call to action with attending supervisor meetings.
A lot of people like Sammy and the people in the community, we wouldn't even know what we're doing. But one thing is, how do I get through to them to allow us to attend meetings, allow us to show videos that I need to show these kids?
We should have this room full.
That's right.
Begging people, come on in, man. This affects you. And we'll still keep on doing that. We're not going to stop doing that. But I think all these things are important, and getting involved is important. Participating, civic participation is important.
For the people who are about to leave, that's ready.
So I'm wondering what is going on differently in these two cities to have such extreme differences. Like, what is the balance, and is it economic?
Well, I know Sacramento is, the sheriff's department is complaining because he said that law. All I know is the prisons are too crowded. They need to let the people go. And they could even start by letting the people who've done long terms and who are frail and ill, because there's hundreds of older prisoners in there. They're walking around on walkers. They have oxygen, probably weigh 80 pounds, and they couldn't do a thing to anybody. The only thing they could do is be released to come home in time.
I was wondering if there was any type of any words or something you can get, or any information you can get to help you out, words of inspiration that give them to inspire them to finish high school.
Man, just let them know. I mean, keep it real, let them know.
In some agencies, they cannot, like, I don't know what company you work for, but some of them, they can't involve because of the funding. They can't get involved in certain things. That's why maybe they don't. I don't know if that's the situation with yours, but and I commend you too for what you're doing like this. Thank you.
The march on March 4th is going to start at 6 o'clock at the center, and
the march is actually going to start at 4 o'clock downtown, and we're hoping to be here at Delta by 6 o'clock.
I'm sorry, yeah, you're right.
So we'll start meeting up there around 3:30, so we can start marching at 4 to 6, so everyone can join whenever they can.